Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese. Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese.
Hello and welcome to Chinese Pod once again. We're continuing to bring you lessons in basic spoken and listening in the Mandarin language. All of the transcripts and far more exercises on the vocabulary building and all sorts of other things can be found on ChinesePod.com on the website. There's also a personalized learning center which we are improving day by day. So I do recommend that you go there. Okay, my name is Kai En, and beside me is my 老师, the wonderful
Jenny. I've become your 老师.
You are
really?
definitely my 老师. You are my teacher. I learned so much from you, Jenny.
Thank you.
And let's hope that our listeners can learn something from both of us today. Now we have a short dialogue, and this dialogue concerns the weather. How do you say weather in Chinese?
天气.
Again, please.
天气.
天气.
Yeah, so first and fourth tone.
First and fourth tone. Now, the first tone is 天 means
the sky.
sky. It can mean day.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. And the qi, what does that mean?
Energy.
Energy. Wow. Like in
The
Kung
cosmic
Fu.
energy. Yeah,
The cosmic
Kung Fu.
in Kung Fu, they have a kind of qi, the
Qi,
energy.
yeah.
Ooh, that is very cool. So we're talking about cosmic energy here today on Chinese Pod. So one more time, the weather is
天气.
very interesting. Now, we have a short dialogue. We'll go through it a couple of times, and you can sit back and listen. And then, because it's top down, we'll explain it after that. So let's start the ball rolling, shall we? So, dialogue part 1. 你明天干什么?
不一定。如果下雨，我在家。
如果天气好呢?
我出去。
Second time. 你明天干什么?
不一定。如果下雨，我在家。
如果天气好呢?
我出去。
Third time. 你明天干什么?
不一定。如果下雨，我在家。
如果天气好呢?
我出去。
Okay, good. Now, that was our dialogue. We're talking about weather right here. Let's go through it at the sentence level. Please, Jenny, could you start the ball rolling?
Yeah. 你明天干什么?
What do you plan on doing tomorrow?
你明天干什么?
What are you going to do tomorrow?
你明天干什么?
What will you do tomorrow?
不一定。
It depends.
不一定。
It depends.
不一定。
It depends.
如果下雨，我在家。
If it rains, I'll just stay home.
如果下雨，我在家。
If it rains, I'll just stay home.
如果下雨，我在家。
If it rains, I'll just be at home.
如果天气好呢？
And what if the weather's good?
如果天气好呢？
What if the weather's good?
如果天气好呢？
How about if the weather's good?
我出去。
I'll go out.
我出去。
I'll go out.
我出去。
I'll go out. Great. Now, again, as you've seen in some of the translations, there are different ways you can translate a sentence. Loosely speaking, we've translated the general idea. The key here is always to learn to use expressions as native speakers use them, not necessarily how the textbook or the grammar book will tell you, because that won't sound so natural. Now, we do need to drill down so that you do understand the details of these sentences. So let's look at the lexical items or the vocabulary, whichever way you want to call it, one by one. So, Jenny, please.
干什么？干什么？干什么？
Okay, now, gan literally means to do something. So it's the fourth tone, right? It means to
Yes.
do something. So 干什么 basically means doing what?
Yeah, it's the same as 做什么。
做什么, yeah. So if you ask somebody, what are you doing? You could say,
你在干什么？
what are you doing?
你在干什么
What are you doing?
？Or 你在做什么？
Good. One more time, please, Jenny.
A lot of students of Chinese Pod tell us while they love to speak and listen to Mandarin, they are a bit intimidated to learn how to read and write in it because of the complexity of Chinese characters. That's why we created the 66 Characters series. Try it and see for yourself.
你在做什么？
你在做什么? 你在干什么? It's the same. Now, remember, 干 means to do. 什么 is the question. 你在干什么? What are you doing? Very good. Now, the next item, please, Jenny.
不一定。
Now, this is a great phrase and an extremely useful phrase. 不一定 means it depends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or not certain.
Not certain, it's not sure. So, one more time.
不一定。
不一定. I use this all the time. I can never make up my mind. Can't make a decision, you know. 不一
You
定.
always hover between A and B. And it's actually interesting because 一定 means certainly,
Yes.
sure, certain.
That's great. So 一定 means, yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
no problem. And 不一定 means, I'm not sure, it depends. So could you give us those both, the positive and the negative again, please?
The positive, 一定,
For sure,
一定.
for sure.
The negative, 不一定,
It depends.
不一定.
It depends. Okay, the next item, please.
如果
Good. Did we have that before? Did we
Yeah.
look at this? We did. It basically
we
means if, right? Okay. So again, please.
如果
If. Now. And then we had the word for to rain.
下雨下雨
One more time, please.
下雨
So that's 4 and 3, isn't it?
Yes.
下雨, 4 and 3. Now, if it rains, how do you say that again?
如果下雨
Great. If it rains.
如果下雨
This is good stuff. So we had 不一定, it depends. 然后如果下雨. So here's the construction. It says like it depends. 然后 after that it says if it rains. 如果下雨. And then what was the next expression?
我在家
我在家.
I'll stay at home.
I'll stay at home. So literally it means 我在家 literally means I
am home.
am home. I'm home, right? So one more time. If it rains, I'll be at home.
如果下雨我在家
You know, in some contexts in English, you could actually literally say that. You could say, if it rains, I'm home, right?
Yeah.
That's a literal translation of it, and that's the way it's done, right? And the next item, please.
天气 We've said this at the very beginning of the
Yes.
show, but just for emphasis.
Okay.
天气
The weather.
Yeah. If you want to ask how's the weather, you
Yeah.
can say 天气怎么样 Again, 天气怎么样
How's the weather?
Yeah.
So we said, if it rains, I'm at home. And if the weather is good,
What if the weather is good?
what if the weather is good? Yeah, so that was
如果天气好呢如果天气好呢
good. Now, 如果 meaning if,
Yeah,
天气 meaning weather, 好 meaning good.
good. Yeah.
So if weather good, na, and na in this case is used
What if?
what if or how about. Very useful little little particle at the end there. So 如果天气好呢 means, well, how about if the weather's good? And then what did she say? If the weather's good, she's gonna
出去
to go out.
出去
Go out. All right, now lots of good stuff there. I do believe we could listen to that one more time, that basic lesson, in talking about the weather and the things that you're going to do depending. I think this is a fabulously useful phrase. 不一定啊,不一定. I use it all the time. It's a way to get out of commitments if you need to also. So can you come to this thing or do the 不一定啊? It depends. I'll see what I can do. 你明天干什么?
不一定。如果下雨，我在家。
如果天气好呢？
我出去。
Second time. 你明天干什么？
不一定。如果下雨，我在家。
如果天气好呢？
我出去。
Third time. 你明天干什么？
不一定。如果下雨，我在家。
如果天气好呢？
我出去。
I think that's it for today. Chinese Pod. Don't 不一定 about your Chinese study, of course. Just get on with it and keep coming back for more lessons here on Chinese Pod. Is it time, Jenny, to say
The magical word?
I think it is. 再见, everybody.
再见.
We'll see you again tomorrow.
As usual, ChinesePod provides an extensive selection of learning materials for this lesson on its website, www.chinesepod.com. You can access this lesson directly with the lesson number 0049. So just go to www.chinesepod.com/0049 and you will find a transcript, vocabulary, and much more. The link again, www.chinesepod.com/0049.